So I do get a question where patients ask that I have these bulging veins on the legs, and how much time do I have until it bursts, or how much time do I have until it will become a venous ulcer. So the thing is, it depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your risk factors, your like obesity or standing for long periods of time, and maybe some kind of incidental trauma over the veins. Uh, Once you have certain large sized veins, then it's just a matter of time that it would either have some freak event where the vein bursts and there is a profuse bleeding, or it would gradually worsen to the skin darkening and ulcer and wound stage. There's no fixed timeline as such where you would have, say, after the veins and these many months or years later you will develop a wound. But it varies. We have 16-year-olds with ulcers on the legs, and we have 80-year-olds with just bulging veins on the legs which were there for 40 years. So there's no set timeline as such. It depends on various, maybe genetic factors are there to it, and what are the prevalent risk factors to it. So of course it will get worse with time, and with varicose veins you always have the risk of developing deep vein thrombosis if you say take a long haul flight and are or are dehydrated. But it's not a set timeline, and it is difficult to answer because it varies from patient to patient. But a thumb rule as such, it's not going to get better by itself. You either have to just wear stockings perpetually, or do something to treat it. And treating is actually treating at an earlier stage is much easier for the doctor, and even from a recovery point of view for the patient, than waiting for it to become worse or a wound. And once it becomes a wound, the patient would expect that I've had the procedure, why isn't it healing? I did the procedure last week, why is my wound still there? Then we have to explain that it will take a long time for the wound to heal. You're seeing it getting better, but if you treat it at an earlier stage, all this is avoided. You don't have to suffer from wound later on.